The Wamunyoro storm is still rising and damaging. Just 1 day ago, Oga Obinna'S did a great, candid and explicit interview with the former deputy president, Mr. Rigathi Gachagua, at his home, where a lot of political bombshells and bullets were fired. Mr. Rigathi is a very powerful but very controversial political person, and as you'd expect, a lot of controversial political remarks and statements were made on that day. And I want us to look at the most controversial, or the one that got a lot of politicians talking, some civil groups talking, even the civilians themselves. Check this out.
The mood in the country.
Yeah.
If that IBC tries to mess with the election,
Okay.
there will be no country here. 207 will look like a Christmas party. I can tell you. And I want to implore those commissioners to be Kenyans, to be patriotic, and not to attempt to force William Ruto on the people of Kenya. It will not work. The people of Kenya will not accept it. People want change, and they are ready for change. Indeed, they are impatient. The 2 years is too far away.
Loud and clear. Rigathi Gachagua is saying if the IEBC officials try to manipulate or meddle in the results of the 2027 elections, especially the presidential elections, there won't be a country here. And what happened in this country in 2007, 2008 will be like a Christmas party. Okay? So he's basing that conclusion or that judgment on the mood in the country right now. This is someone who has been citizen ground. He knows what the mood on the ground is like. He knows what the political climate or atmosphere is like. And he's saying, according to him, if the IEBC officials try to engineer the results, something utterly catastrophic will befall this country. Okay? Now, before I get to the second part of the analysis of this particular video or clip, this statement is apparently too heavy, too dirty, too sensitive for some of your politicians and some organizations and even some individuals. I want to show you Oscar Sudi criticizing this particular statement and what he has to say. Check it out.
Wamunyoro, please don't talk about 2007, 2008. It seems you don't know what you are saying. Watu wetu walipitia mambo haitawahi rudiwa katika taifa la Kenya. Omba kura, tafuta namna yoyote. Tusi William Ruto, tusi Oscar Sudi, tusi Shungwa Kimani Shungwa, tusi everybody. Ropoka vile unaongea ara hata kwa mdomo. Lakini usiongee maneno 2007, 2008. You are becoming too reckless. Yaani unaongea vitu zingine za ajabu sana. You're not a leader, you are stupid. Hata unasema ati 2027 elections sijui ikifanyika nini. Wewe, my friend, hata utawahi kuwa chairman wa DIP. Mambo hapa iliisha. That's why you are after him. Chunga sana ulimi. Sisi viongozi ndio tunachochea wananchi. Sisi viongozi ndio tunaongea matope kushinda hata wananchi. Sasa wewe unaongoza nani na hiyo ujinga yote uko nayo? Be careful wewe Wamunyoro. And don't be stupid. Na wewe umeenda nyumbani one way. Very stupid.
So that's Oscar Sudi today, 17th May 2025. I want to show you Oscar Sudi just 4 months ago, and not just him, the whole UDA brigade, the president's allies and colleagues. This is what they were just 4 months ago, and they've not changed, by the way, and you know that.
President William Ruto's allies are now hinting at the possibility of manipulating the 2027 presidential election results to force a second term for President Ruto.
Led by Kapsaret MP Oscar Sudi, the MPs now say there is no possibility of Ruto serving just one term, and they will ensure he secures the second term.
There are sentiments that have graduated since the president's walking tour to his backyard of the North Rift last week. with his close confidants and allies pointing to use all means in the 2027 elections to hand President William Ruto another term in office after tumultuous first. The narrative started and chaperoned by one of the President Ruto's right-hand men, Kapseret legislator Oscar Kipchumba Sudi, Saturday evening hitting a new high.
Hii Kenya hakuna rais ameenda kwa miaka 5. Kwani huyu ndiye atakuwa wa kwanza? Kama tunafanya nini? Kama tumelala wapi? Kama nini imefanyika? Kwani Kenya ni yenu? Mjue William Ruto aende mahali. Basi. Hapo ndo manyingura hili kijiji.
The sentiments getting more support on Sunday when a host of MPs allied to the president attended a church service in Kiamunyi AIC Rongai constituency in Nakuru County. The leaders saying there was no way Ruto would be a one-term president by all means possible.
Na hakuna serikali ilichaguliwa 3 years after leadership haijaita one term. Walito ya Moi one term ikakuwa 24. Wakaita ya Kibaki one term ikakuwa 10 years. Wakaita ya Uhuru one term ikakuwa 10 years. Wakaita ya Moi Kenyatta one term ikakuwa 15 years. Hii ya William Ruto ndio mnaona inaweza kuwa one term.
Ile watu wanaongea hapo wanasema ati Ruto must go. Ruto anaenda wapi? Ruto ni tatizo na pengine tuendelee kidogo. Kama namna gani?
Second term utaingia rais kama stima. Kaunti ya Baringo sisi ndio tunajua mambo ya 24 years. Wakicheza hata tunasambia wewe rais endelea kidogo.
So, between the president's sycophants and Mr. Rigathi Gachagua, who really is inciting violence in this country? Who is fanning the flames? So, Rigathi Gachagua, a man who is saying that if the electoral system does not conduct fair, transparent and clean elections, if the electoral system fails in managing proper elections, then this country will descend into chaos, which is actually true. Because essentially, if you should change the people will rise against the system. So the president's cronies are saying they will impose the president on the people by fire, by force. They'll plant Mr. Ruto on the throne by all means. And they're saying they themselves are not inciting violence. It is the man who is talking about a corrupt system that might send this country into chaos. So it's very clear that the president's camp is a camp of nyooks, green snakes in green grass. Okay, people that speak like they really wish well for this country, they act like they wish the best for this country, but if you scrutinize their words, you'll see very clear lines of deception, and that's exactly what they're doing. They themselves are inciting violence by planning to impose the president on the people, and they can't even hide it. They send it in public, and they're defending themselves with these serpentine rhetorics and accusing someone who is pointing out corruption or potential corruption in the system that might actually plunge this country into chaos, and they want to act innocent. So they think we are the chimps in DRC. They think we are the camels in Somalia. We don't have brains. We can't read through the lines. We can see the hypocrisy. This is nonsense. Ruto's brigade is a bunch of nyooks. It's like wolves. You have to be serious to see through the lines of deception. So I saw a lot of people have been talking about, a lot of people have been criticizing Mr. Rigathi for saying this particular statement, including Susan Kihika. But we know she's one of Ruto's underlings. She's another lost sister. So the thing is, I think the 2027 elections will be a really hot issue, a relatively hot election. I don't think we've ever had such a big election like the 2027 elections. Okay, so I'm just gonna be on the lookout. I'll be reporting, but as it is right now, this country is basically degenerating into some real serious political divisions. Okay, serious divisions that could actually plunge this country into very serious problems. With all these nyooks in government, we're not safe. And we have to be very vigilant to see through the deception, as I said. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Remember to share, follow, and subscribe.